Hi guys, in this video today we'll look at the history of the new world champion and his controversial victory over Lewis Hamilton. So stick with us till the end of the video as you don't want to miss this one. The youngest F1 racer in the world. Max Verstappen entered his first race when he was 17 years old. Life has always been fast-paced for him. People were questioning this. They said he was too young. He doesn't even have a driving license, and these critics were demotivating him. But this is when he picked himself up, shrugged his shoulders, and got on the racetrack. It is a very humorous picture to imagine an F1 racer who would require someone to drive him around. Life was pretty normal being born in a family of seasoned racers. His mom asked, "Max, don't you think it's time to get your driving license?" Well, we all know that he has all the driving skills in the world, but the driving instructor would have been pretty harsh on him regarding speed limit and safety. But he has achieved a lot by then. By the end of 2019, his stats were remarkable. With 102 starts, 2 poles, 8 wins, 31 podiums, 948 points, and ranking 3rd in the 2019 season, Red Bull had an eye on him. He looked like the next champion in the world of Formula 1 racing. Now these statistics were speaking for him. Well, what can I say? It's in his blood. Following his father's footsteps, he won his first race in the 2005 Belgium Karting Championship in the Mini category and won the same championship the following year. Max Verstappen then moved to participate in the Belgian Rotax Max Challenge Mini Max category, where he yet again claimed the prize. This prompted Verstappen's potential and remarkable talent in the spot, being the undisputed winner for 3 consecutive years. But that's not all. He went on to participate in the Dutch Championship Rotax Minimax category, and he kissed the prize again. For 3 years he held the title as the champion, 2008, and he was still killing it. He yet again won the championship in the Belgian Rotax Max Challenge Minimax category with 16 out of the 18 races that he participated in and remained second in the other 2. Later, he went on to claim the cadet category in the Belgian Karting Championship and the Benelux Karting Championship Series in the Mini Max category. And keep in mind that he was only 11 years old when claimed all of those. In 2009, he went on to take part in the same category of race and he won all of the races. Now that he's turned 12, it was time for him to enter the international race course. Max Verstappen was then signed up to the Italian team CRG, where he would be able to take part in a total of 7 events that would include the Winter World Cup, WSK Euro, and the World Series, in the KF3 category and others. This meant that it would be a very busy year and the time when his life would further curate down to his destiny. He showed up in a KF3 test session where Giancarlo Tinini saw him and expressed, "I remember when we were in Muro Le Chiese in the 2009 preseason collective tests, and even though I'd followed Max's activity in the Rotax where he raced with his father as a mechanic, it was the first time I saw him in action and it was surprising." At the time, the reference driver in the junior KF3 category was Nick De Vries, who was racing with our Zanardi team, and Max immediately was able to match his lap times on a track that was unknown to him and with very little experience in that international category. Obviously, I immediately spoke with Joss and I wanted him to join our team for the following year, when the first international successes in the WSK and FIA races immediately arrived for him. He spent 3 years with us and he won a lot, proving to be a crystal clear talent in driving and with a high mental strength. His father has always been at his side in karting with an active role and contributed significantly to Max's training. He was capable to enhance his talent by imparting a rigorous discipline to him, capable of making his potential great abilities from all points of view. Very important for a driver: track technique, mental strength, and determination. Max had exceptional control of the vehicle in karting, even in the first laps of the race when tires were not warm enough, and this feeling and naturalness in driving allows him to make the difference in motorsport even nowadays. Many confuse his determination and aggression with unfairness, but I've never agreed on this thought. So much that in karting he has almost never been involved in race contacts. Obviously, I do also have great esteem for Hamilton, who won a World and European Championship with us, and I think they both deserved it. Now that we know his caliber, let's look at the reason why he won the championship, how it could not have been the case if there hadn't been a mishap. Max Verstappen was now dipped in controversies as his win seemed rather unfair for Lewis Hamilton, but the driver stood at 369.5, but Max stood on top. This fate was similar to that of Emerson Fittipaldi and Clay Regazzoni, where they entered the 1974 finale at the same time. The race was a sure win for Hamilton, as he was leading way ahead with 6 laps ahead of him, but a safety car dissected his path, and it was pretty common, but the controversial move was when the safety car was removed, which allowed Max Verstappen to reach Hamilton and then allowing him to overtake and win his first world championship. The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix will be remembered as the most controversial race of all time, the youngest challenger versus the undisputed champion. Max Verstappen's boss joked about the situation and said that he would send Latifi a lifetime supply of Red Bull. Now, this incident has got the F1 drivers divided over who should have won, while some people say Hamilton should have won and the others say Max is the real winner. George Russell took it to Twitter, calling out the verdict unacceptable. Daniel Ricciardo also commented that he was glad that he wasn't caught in it, despite the whole race being confusing, but most of them congratulated both of the winners. Best yet, Fernando Alonso said that the trophy should be slipped into 2. Alonso won the race in 2006 and has been pretty on and off, but he admits that Max was lucky. If the safety car hadn't intervened, then Lewis would have won no matter what. But if we see both of their track records, both of them have a very good history of winning. Max might be a little inexperienced and young in the game, but they were both spot on in the race. Lewis Hamilton was on another level during the race. Alonso also added that the Mercedes was indeed a faster car, but Valtteri Bottas was not second despite driving a Mercedes. Odds did seem like they were favoring Lewis and Mercedes, but Max Verstappen prevailed and won the race. Almost everyone in the racetrack or the audience most likely feel sorry for Lewis and are proud of Max Verstappen. No matter what, the final lap of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix will always be remembered in a different light. No matter what, Verstappen reached his goal, and we're all happy for him. He was meant to rise to the top, but if they were to race against each other again, that would be the final verdict. Lewis more likely took it to his ego when a newbie stole his shine, and this time it'll be a great match. Well, nothing can be said. It all has been done, and Max Verstappen has now dethroned Lewis Hamilton and becomes the youngest champion. We cannot say anything until March 20th, when these Formula 1 legends will compete against each other again. In my opinion, the one who will win this season will be deemed worthy of the trophy that was given last year as well. Anyway, what do you think about this race? Do you think that it was fair? Do you think that Max could have never won if it wasn't for the safety car? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, show us by liking it. And if you're new here and you like videos like these, please consider subscribing, and we'll see you next time.